Buenas, mis queridos amigos de su programa Folklore Internacional. El programa de hoy presenta British Folklore, folklore de Gran Bretaña. El primer video que presentaré es un documental del Museum of British Folklore que habla de la necesidad que hay de preservar el folklore en Gran Bretaña. El folclore necesita ser preservado en todo el mundo. Este programa siempre presenta videos que ayudan a preservar el folclore en todo el mundo. Aprendamos de este video cómo podemos ayudar a que el folclore de ese país pueda ser preservado. Disfruten de un programa educativo. Los veo más tarde.
Folklore is the record of what ordinary people have believed, and so it gives us a totally unique insight into the way in which people have felt, feared, loved, explored, speculated, and thought in general.
Of all the trees that grow so fair, old England to adorn, greater honour beneath the sun than oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all of a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn.
The challenge for us with the Museum of British Folklore is that it's never been attempted before. It's a living tradition. It's not something that we're recording that's happened. It's around us all the time. So how do you contextualise that within a museum? So I think it will differ in many ways because we have the real chance to allow people to explore the magic around folklore, but also come to a much greater understanding that folklore isn't something archaic, it's something that's happening every minute. It's the nursery rhymes that children sing, it's the ghost bike that's chained to railings after a cyclist has died. All these are sort of expressions of folkloric practice.
When Simon first told me about the Museum of British Folklore, I thought, well, you know, why the hell has nobody done this before? It's the sort of thing the Victorians should have done, really, and maybe they just missed it somehow. But it's almost essential. We've got these amazing customs going on all around us that people know very little about.
The idea to set up the museum was really born of frustration because when it came to doing any research, it was fine if you knew what you were looking for, but if you didn't know that, there was nowhere that you could really go to so that you have an archive, you have artifacts, you have a photographic library, etc.
It doesn't exist. There is no one place for it, and this has the potential to raise the profile of all this material and of its relevance and importance to, you know, not just British culture, but really sort of world culture.
I think if the history of folklore is going to be explained and propagated to a new generation, then it will help immensely if that's done within a contemporary context. I mean, already what Simon has achieved at the Museum of British Folklore is absolutely phenomenal, that he's already generated dozens of different projects all over the country. It's very exciting to think of what he'll be able to achieve once he actually has a building and a permanent museum within which to work.
As the donations started coming in and we started gathering material, it became apparent that we need a physical structure of some sort to house all this material in and to make it available to people so that people can come and access it. They can see the collection, they can do their research and have a fantastic experience.
One of the strands of folklore, I suppose, traditionally is people trying to understand their place in the world and in relation to nature. And I suppose that in thinking about the spaces of the building and the feelings that might be generated by going through those spaces, I think there's an opportunity to engage with some of those same themes of maybe trying to reconcile yourself with the world and with nature. I think we want to design a museum that engages with the collection in quite a sort of poetic way. And the idea behind that is that it allows visitors to participate in, if you like, in the construction of meaning.
The way that we've been thinking about contextualising folk practice, if you like, folk culture, would be to use, say, the language of installation art. You could have enormous video screens that show Padstow's Mayday, because we can't have the actual obios that's used because it's being used. You can have recollections, you can have oral history, because the main focus of the museum will be the seasonal customs and traditions. So the people who are practicing those are hugely important to the way in which the things are explored and represented in the museum. So their voice needs to be shown and heard, which often isn't the way within traditional museums. It comes from the top down. These are the objects we are showing you, and this is the context we're putting them in. Whereas this is the other way up. It's coming from the people who are actually practicing these things.
It's important that the museum isn't just a sort of dry record of things. It's actually constructing culture itself. When you arrive through a grove of trees, and then you park in a grove of cars with a grove of street lamps. But then you're sort of picked up on a sort of long wall that draws you into this sort of group of buildings. You're not quite sure where you're going. You enter into the base of a big tower and find yourself in a relatively low-ceilinged, dark space that looks out into this grove of trees in the middle. We've laid out a site oriented to the cardinal points and then laid the buildings sort of in a pinwheel. And the idea is that you sort of gradually rise up as you go around the courtyard from building to building. And we thought you'd probably go from winter to spring to summer to autumn. And then having come all the way around, you find that you're actually in the space that's above the one that you entered into. And then there's a little way back down to the way out that's a bit like a sort of rabbit hole. You sort of tumble down and pop out again. Hopefully, a slightly changed person.
I would like them to come away with having had something revealed to them, something that's here all the time, that's surrounding them all the time, but that they've never actually seen put into that context. So it's social history, it's anarchy, it's the fire festivals, the celebration of the seasons, it's magic. I think all of those things and how they're embedded in this little island sitting on the side of the planet.
Well, the Museum of British Folklore has already achieved so much. It's been so exciting, so compelling. So supporting the museum at this critical phase is a really exciting opportunity to be involved with the project from its inception. Something that's completely fresh, completely original, has such a rich and nuanced culture to draw on, and could play a really important role in redefining the future vision of Britain's history.
The next big push for us really is to raise some funding. We have shown that there is an audience for the material, that there's a huge amount of interest in what we're doing, but we need now to start getting professionals on board. We need to be able to have quantity surveyors in. We can start working with academics to interpret the material. We need to archive and catalogue the material properly so that we can apply for accreditation at a later date. So there are all these next steps, but they all require funding.
You'll have the distinction of doing something in which a little bit of money can go a very long way, and a bigger bit of money can make a difference to shape generations. You're providing a home for collections relating to a subject which has no place elsewhere, but is also everywhere in different contexts. So it's a very easy gesture which will make an immense amount of difference.
In a way, I think anyone who gets involved with the project now, in these early days, will be a pioneer. They'll be looking to fund something that has never existed in the UK. It's been attempted before, but for one reason or another hasn't worked out. And I think now's a really good time to be investing in a new cultural project for Britain.
On yonder's hill there sits a hare, full of worry, grief and care, and all her lodgings they were bare, singing ho, brave boys, hi ho, and all her lodgings they were bare, singing ho,
Continuando con el programa de British Folklore, el segundo video será el baile tradicional folclórico del país de Gran Bretaña. Es un baile muy parecido al English Folklore que se habla aquí, es parecido en la vestimenta y ya verán cómo se parece los que vieron el programa de English Folklore, el baile a continuación. Disfruten del programa.
Entre bastoners, no? No, ho viu, perquè es passa el bastó d'una mà a l'altra, saps? Home, sí.
Yep, they're at Edmund. Ya, ¿no?
La bandera blanca.
Fuera,
El Camp Nou, això és dimissió, La porta d'emissió.
No me confiado, pero bueno.
Para cerrar este programa educacional acerca del folclore de Gran Bretaña, presentaré un bailarín que se presentó en Britain Has Talent con Simon. Ese bailarín, van a ver la diferencia del baile que vieron, el folclore tradicional al folclore que se considera folclore, el bailarín que baila bailes modernos y bailes de la antigüedad. Esperando que siempre vean su programa Folklore Internacional todos los lunes, aquí en Facebook y en YouTube. Hasta la próxima semana y que Dios los bendiga siempre. Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
And what's your name?
I'm Taylor Goodridge, aka Balance.
Balance. Okay, that's your stage name.
Yes.
Okay, how old are you, Taylor?
I'm 17.
And where are you from?
I'm from Hertfordshire, Hemel Hempstead. I'm Taylor Danny da Costa Goodridge. I'm 17. My stage name is Balance, and today I'm going to be dancing.
I'm nervous for you.
You're nervous for me? There's always dance in my home, so it's nice to be dancing in my room, and I'll catch my little brother looking through the peephole. What's he doing? I'm nervous for me.
You'll be brilliant.
My mum works as a St John's ambulance trainer. She goes out early in the morning and comes back late at night just to provide for me and my little brother. To be honest, I wouldn't be much without my mum. I don't think I could ever tell her how grateful I am. If I was to win Britain's Got Talent, I'd be able to pay back some of the things my mum has done for me. It will never match what she's done, but I would at least be able to show her that I do appreciate it and that I love her very much.
Okay, Balance, it's your 2 minutes. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm going to take you back, way back.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Staying alive, staying alive.
My name is Susan Boyle, and that's just one side of me.
Hello. You used to call me on my cell phone. Ain't no one you need now. Now watch me win. Now watch me nay. Now watch me win. Watch me nay.
Fantastic. Alicia.
Oh my goodness. Do you know what? That was the energy that the room needed. You know, you brought it. Everything about that was brilliant. It was dance nostalgia. Well done. Very nice.
It was a brilliant, imaginative routine. It was amazing.
I really enjoyed every minute of it. I love it when she gets up and then talks all this lingo. I have no idea what she's saying.
The nana.
The nay and the this and the that, yeah, swag. All of that. It was fantastic to watch, so well done.
You know what? Any time we have a problem with a dance group and we talk about how you be imaginative, to have a sense of humour, to be unique, I'm going to say, just watch Balance. Because that's what you did. You made it really fun. Everyone could relate to it. It was unique. I thought the Susan Boyle bit was really funny. We have to vote. David.
I think you could be a dance superstar. I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say yes.
It's a yes from me.
You've got 4 gigantic yeses. Congratulations.
Get up. Brilliant.
That was brilliant.
Thank you so
much.
Loved it.
We needed you.
Thank you.
We needed you.
How did it feel?
It's amazing. Probably the best experience I've ever had in my life.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, it's been crazy.
You did so well.
Crazy.
You must return to Earth in 3, 2, 1.
Fellas, I'm ready to get up and do my thing. Can I count it off? 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. So good, so good. I got you. Keep on, when the phone stops. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on, when the phone stops. Don't stop till you get enough. Hello,
selector. Rewind. When the crowd say ball, selector. Rewind. When the crowd say ball, selector. Rewind. When the crowd say ball, ball, ball.
To make a fluffy sponge.
Had an accident? Where there's blame, there's a claim.
Welcome to the X Factor and your Saturday night starts right here.
To win Mastermind 2016, name Simon Cowell's dogs.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Squiddly and diddly.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there